As an independent entrepreneur running your own e-commerce business, what is your selling routine? Do you list daily, just over the weekends, or perhaps it's a when I have the time kind of thing? If you fall into that last when you have the time category, then this article is for you. Building a successful business has a lot in common with training like an athlete. And before you say, I'm no athlete, you don't have to be. You have to adopt just a few of their tactics. Any athlete will tell you that the key to staying at the peak of their game is to build a routine and stick with it. Since we are primarily focused here on growing the number of listings you have for sale and not body mass, let's break your tasks into sets of routines. Now, the ultimate goal is to sell more merchandise, and you can do this by gradually improving your ability to perform these tasks. Set aside a minimum of 3 days per week in which to do these, with the exception of shipping, and block out a few hours to give these tasks your undivided attention. Day 1, prep. Day 2, photography. Day 3, listing. You get the idea. And in order to streamline these processes, be sure that you have a dedicated workspace and stick to a single task until the job is completed. For example, if you received a load of women's apparel and are eager to get it listed, the first thing you should do is prep the entire load. You may suffer from an overwhelming desire to just pull out the good stuff and post it quickly, but fight this temptation and stick to the routine. If your prep consists of unpacking, sorting, racking, tag removal, steaming, pressing, do this before you photograph and list a single item. With step 2, it's all about taking quality photos, and this can be done with your phone easily enough. Just be sure that things like lighting and background are appropriate. You can experiment a bit with adding more lighting or trying a different or unique backdrop. Just remember, you do not need to spend a fortune on equipment to take a good picture. For many sellers, this is the most challenging task, the blank description that needs to be filled. The good news is that you can fill up your listings with some basic facts that are readily available, like brand, style, size, and color. Create either a template for your listing or a checklist of essential details. That way you can cross them out as you create the listing and not have to worry about leaving out critical information. We leave this for last because it is the last step and it's also the mark of success. The more you're shipping means the better you're doing at steps 1, 2, and 3. Do this last step either first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed, but do it every day with no exceptions. Remember, as a seller, you're competing against same-day delivery with some online retailers, so shipping just a few times a week is no longer an option. One final note on these tasks. Speed is important, so you should time yourself and try and improve upon your processes, but never sacrifice quality over speed. Take one good picture now rather than photographing again weeks later, or spend an extra minute writing a great product description rather than an okay one. Great photos and great descriptions sell merchandise. Want to stay at the peak of your selling game? Then create a routine and stick with it.